What'd you find out about planes? Who had the coolest planes?
So yesterday at Range Day, I was walking around asking everybody, like, what is your favorite aircraft? And shout out to my buddy Rich here, because we definitely fucked that up, because we both thought that a Chinook was a UH. I looked it up. It's a CH. Because I'm retarded.
Yeah, we're both dumb. It's all right. That's why I never made it to flight school.
I mean, the Chinook is a staple in the Army. Like, that thing, it does what it needs to do. You can pull howitzers with it. You can drop MREs on people or whatever. You can do a lot of shit with it. You had what was the one that the propeller broke the sound barrier 900 times a second? Yeah. The Thunder Screech. And then the what is it? Grandpa Gaming. He's so nice, man. I love that guy. He's such a cool dude. He had the F-101 Voodoo, which I've never even fucking heard of, so I need to dig into that one.
That's how you know he's old.
But a lot of people went with like the 737 and the 787 were just like popping jokes about different things falling out of like doors falling off and fucking, you don't know if it's going to land or it's going to make it there all the way. Like, I think someone did the 737 Super, the one that was having all the flight issues and was just nosediving for a couple years, and they had to like park them. So a lot of civilian airliner, but yeah, you were the only one that had like a real, well, you and fucking Grandpa Gaming were just way out there. And now I got to do homework on your fucking aircraft, because I got to find a picture of it and put it on there. And
it's fucking funny. The Thunder Screech.
Oh, is the one you did the video on?
Yeah.
I remember seeing the video.
One.
What is the Thunder Screech?
In the Cold War, they tried to have a prop-driven plane that could break the sound barrier.
That's hilarious.
So it's like it spins super fucking fast.
They spin.
And it like just hit the sweet spot where when it was like accelerating the propellers, because the tips are traveling further than the base, the tips would break the sound barrier, but then it would be pulled out of the sound barrier by the rest of the blade that wasn't breaking the sound barrier. So it was constantly going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
The loudest fucking thing.
It was 900 sonic booms per second that it was generating. You could hear it from 30 miles away. It was hearing damage from 30 miles away.
That's fucking
like nuts. There were towns 50 miles away complaining to the government. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Hilarious.
They got just flying through the air.
Test pilots, period, are fucking crazy. But the ones during the Cold War are fucking insane, right? They got 2 test pilots to fly this thing. The first guy got in, flew it once, got out, and told the chain of command, you're not big enough and there's not enough of you to get me back in that fucking plane. Fire me. Refused to do it. The fucking ground crew almost had a casualty. Like, one dude had to get hospitalized just from the concussions that this thing was giving off when they started it.
Not service related.
No, not at all.
And then
10% maybe.
Yeah, 10% hearing loss.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, what's that? It's a secret. Oh, it's a secret plane that you were trying to. Okay, yeah, it's redacted. Right. Okay.
Speaking of fucking hearing loss, man, I don't understand, because so the Army and the VA, I guess, just changed it where hearing loss is no longer fucking counted. And when I went to do like my hearing after Afghanistan, they're like, well, didn't you get issued the ear pro? And I was like, yeah, I couldn't be like, time out, Taliban. I got to protect my fucking hearing. You return fire, get covered. And then you're like, I can't hear shit anyways. But yeah, so I don't understand why it's not service connected. It drives me insane.
They just don't pay.
Because it was expensive.
But did you hear? You'll like this because the sonic boom. They've designed an aircraft. I think it was Skunkworks. Might have been Skunkworks.
Probably.
Has designed an aircraft. Looks like a fucking dart. And it goes supersonic, goes past the sound barrier without creating a sonic boom. Just came out.
How can you do that?
I have no fucking idea.
I love science.
Magic.
These are the same guys that are designing, it's in theory right now, a supersonic underwater fucking
supersonic drone.
Underwater drone. It's using a process called supercavitation, where they create an air pocket in front of it and it fucking goes through the water at supersonic speeds. Supercavitation.
I've actually heard of that, but not with like with bullets and like fired rounds, not crash. Yeah, not a ship.
The 2 problems they run into with it is, 1, you can't fucking turn, and number 2, they don't make a propeller fast enough to do that, so it has to be rocket powered underwater, because rockets create their own air and burn their own air.
Yeah.
That's why rocket motors work in outer space.
We could do that.
So like, God bless America. We're just like, let me see, we've done fucking knife missile, now we can break the sound barrier without making a sonic boom. Underwater supersonic drone? Do you want to do that?
What's a knife missile? Knife missile's the
you don't know about the flying Ginsu?
No. Well, maybe.
So-
refresh my memory.
Let me tell you a story.
Let's hear it. Did
this
you finish
story.
your story with the sonic boom killer?
Oh, yeah.
You said one guy got injured with the.
Yeah, the second guy, he flew it like 12 times or some shit and had to crash land it like 9 fucking times.
Intentionally. He's like, I'm going to do this for Jerry. He quit. I shouldn't be in this thing.
Yeah, eventually they ditched it. I still think they should like bring it back and just have somebody fucking fly it around just to annoy the enemy.
Just
It'd be
fly it over a
hilarious.
third world country just real low. when
That's
it
a
pisses
really
off.
good show of force.
That's
You know,
so-
you just go
Somebody's
through.
just exploding in the air, but staying together.
The Taliban just thinks that, Allah is coming.
And right back to the VCR. Here we go.
That's just their name for God. It's not racist. I'm using their words for their thing.
If you want to go down a funny rabbit hole, look up because like whenever they drop a bomb or whenever they get an air-to-air kill or whatever, they put like a little sticker by their cockpit where they get in. Look up some of the funnier versions of the stickers on there because there's like legit fighter jet pilots and shit that have cows on their shit. Like there's dudes that have confirmed kills on like cows because they were flying low and like broke the sound barrier and it just murked a cow and they're like, yep, putting on the plane. There's one guy that has a Winnebago because it fucking supersonic boom went. Like some Winnebago was on a road they were not supposed to be on a military base, and this guy's like, fuck it, went supersonic or broke the sound barrier right over the top, just ripped the fucking Winnebago in half.
That's nuts. That's fucking nuts.
There's all kinds of funny shit.
Speaking of sound, I don't know why my brain put this to memory. I don't even know how you would ever do this, but apparently, according to theoretical physicists, if you create something that is 1,100 decibels, which is louder than anything that has ever existed ever,
152 to 168 is like a gunshot.
Yeah.
Just for reference.
1,100 decibels, you can rip space and time and create a black hole. I don't know why. My brain put that to memory for fucking ever. The knife missile. We need to go back to that.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
The flying
I'll let
kill.
you
I've
give a
heard about
synopsis and then go ahead, do your thing.
Or with the Hellfire missile.
I'm familiar with the Hellfire. I'm not really familiar with how it works. I just know that it's a missile and it's really effective.
Very
Okay,
accurate.
air to surface missiles. Go
ahead.
I'm a missile guy.
go
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we've got something he can talk about. Yeah.
Air to surface missile usually launched from, Apaches. They're the primary source of it. They are laser guided. They can do heat and lock on and all sorts of other shit. They can be, do radar stuff too. But they travel at around Mach 1 and they carry normally around this one I don't know off the top of my head. I want to say it's 10 pounds of high explosive, but they can carry like thermobaric and there's a couple different versions of them. But yeah, missile go from aircraft to ground at about Mach 1 and kaboom.
Okay.
So there you go. Now he's up.
America wanted a more precise version that didn't go boom for taking out very specific people in crowded areas because
I wonder if
bad
I have
guys
heard
are
of this.
taking out hiding in areas. So it's a Hellfire missile that they took like 5 or 6 24-inch fucking swords, and instead of being full of TNT, right as it's about to impact, the swords flay out, and it just smacks you with swords going Mach 1.
This is exactly what I saw. Who did we take out with that? That was when the
not al-Baghdadi. It was before.
No,
it
it
was
was the guy
2019.
before him. It was the guy that was the head planner of 9/11.
Yeah, it was in 2019 in Kabul because
it was on the road too. Like it was a.
you can see the picture and like the blades you can see in the
that's the
roof
one
of
on the
car.
road.
It's
So
fucking-
he's looking at the car, but we used it like a year or two ago on the dude that planned 9/11, and he was living in a house, and we found out about it. And every morning he would go out on his fucking balcony
took him
to
off the
drink
balcony.
his coffee, and just fucking murked him on his balcony with this fucking thing.
But here's the thing.
Wonder what that. Just katanas. Let me see that.
This
thing.
Reddit post says it's a Hellfire X variant made by the CIA. The CIA didn't fucking make it. Shut up.
No, it's fucking
Lockheed
skunkworks.
and Martin did
Yeah,
that.
it's fucking
Yeah.
skunkworks.
We know that.
But see, here's the thing. I love it. It's a great idea, and that's how you can tell people are used to America just doing weird shit. Because if any other country in the world had been like knife missile, we'd be like, man, those guys are fucking crazy. But because it was Americans, they're like, okay, that makes sense. It's pointless. I love it, but it's pointless.
Well, no, it's not.
You could have filled it with gummy bears. And
didn't read
hitting
it.
somebody at Mach 1 with 75 pounds is still gonna fucking kill them.
Yeah, but you need like this much just in case you miss. You know
That's
what I
Just
mean?
to read it though, instead of an explosive warhead, the Hellfire missile deploys pop-out swords. That's all you need right there.
The part that annoys me about this the most, though, is when you read about it on the internet, people get all fucking mad about how cruel and inhumane America is when it's literally the fucking opposite. There's not another entity on the planet that would spend hundreds of millions of dollars to develop a missile to take out one fucking dude, trying as hard as physically possible to not have like
Mass cash.
Yeah, innocent people getting hurt, and people still look at it like, oh, you guys are fucking assholes.
Dude,
like,
I saw a meme that captures that shit perfectly. It was like modern day, and it shows, okay, we have the target. Which seat of the car is he in? And then it showed like 1944. And it's like, we're over the city, bombs away.